News Radio WAM 1180 welcomes you to the Seniors Rock Show. The Seniors Rock Show, a lively weekly discussion, shedding a bright light on aging with fun, entertainment, and important info for all adults. Join us with your comments or questions. Call or text 222-1180 or 1-800-295-1180. Now, from the News Radio WAM 1180 studios in downtown Rochester, here's your host, Joanna Palvino.
Well, hi and good afternoon. I'm happy to be here. I am Joanna, and I'm here with my co-host, estate planning attorney Mike Robinson, and today's iHeart Studio producer, Mr. Johnny Gates. He's here in the studio. Hi, Johnny, and thanks for joining us today. Our sponsors, you know what? I wanted to mention this right out of the chute because we've had some really great experiences this week with sponsors and some great reports of them having, getting listener support. So I wanted to remind you that that's terrific because the reason the show can be produced and brought to you every week is because of our sponsors. And we are beyond grateful for their support. And I'm sure you are too if you're a regular listener. Dr. Laura Petrescu is one of those sponsors, and she's been a regular guest on the show since she opened her practice here in Rochester. And Athena Direct Primary Care and Lifestyle Medicine was actually the first direct primary care practice in the region. So it's something to celebrate in itself, but she has grown quite a bit here in the last couple of years, and there are so many options in healthcare now, and so that's growing, and it is really great to see Dr. Petrescu doing that as well. So congratulations to her and her staff. They are near full capacity, I understand. So they're not going to be taking new patients. They do have a few spots left, but she's watching her dream come true, and she will be taking patients on a waiting list once those are filled. But I wanted to mention how direct primary care works. Some people are a little bit confused about that. It's a modest monthly fee, and you become a member, and I am as well. And I can tell you that it's terrific. You don't have those corporate restrictions that a lot of other big groups have. Their hands are tied by insurance and so on. But once you're a member, you get unlimited, unhurried appointments, and you have the same personal physician. And right now, that's Dr. Petrescu, and she's amazing. There are a few openings left, as I said. So if you're interested in Athena Direct Primary Care and Lifestyle Medicine, check it out. And you can call them at 662-5510 or go to athenadirectcare.com. And, our sponsors give us needed monetary support. We do need that, or we couldn't do this. But they also give us wonderful content from experts within their companies. And today's guests are two great examples of that. They are both experts. Peter Gordon of Indoor Air Professionals is here, and COURTNEY GIEHL from the Village at Unity. They are going to be joining us this hour. And Mike Robinson is sitting over there. He's always so patient. The law office of Michael Robinson has been with us for 4 years now. And I think you'll agree that Mike's thoughts on estate planning and life in general and his calming demeanor is always very calming to me. I think it's because he meditates. He's quite a guy, and his thoughts are important to us and to the show. We get that feedback all the time. So I'm going to stop talking and let him talk. Happy Saturday, Mike.
Hey, Joanna, happy Saturday. Yeah, that's right. Next month is 4 years.
Yeah. Yep. We're going to have a celebration. I don't know what it's going to be.
I was just going to say,
yeah,
what are we
June.
going to do?
I
What
don't
is
know.
the fourth? You know how they have for every year, there's a certain traditional gift,
Well, I know you can look up if you're married, but I don't know that we're married.
Yeah,
You're my on-air husband.
there you go. We'll look
I
it
don't
up
know,
during one of the
silver. I don't
breaks.
know. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. Wait, maybe Johnny can look it up on the computer. What's a
Oh, yeah?
4-year anniversary gift? I guess it could be an anniversary for anything.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not? So, but yeah,
Mhm.
happy Saturday. A lot going on, of course. And one of the things we're getting into the time of year where a lot of folks who are looking to sell their homes, maybe they've been waiting through the winter and now they're starting to put them on the market. And I think that might be a reason for a common question I seem to get this time of year, having to do with people's concerns about having their home in a trust.
Uh-huh.
And, we've talked about trusts a lot on the program. I'm a great proponent of the use of trusts in planning. They do provide greater control of your affairs during your lifetime as well as upon your passing. Allows you to minimize or avoid taxes, protect your assets from nursing homes or other creditors, better protection for your heirs. And they're not just for the wealthy. Most of us are going to benefit from the use of trust and estate planning. But the concern, Joanna, that seems to come up at this time of year is folks will tell me that they've heard if their home is in a trust, they're not going to be able to sell it,
Uh-oh.
which is just not true at all. I don't know where that concern comes from or where they're hearing it. But no, there's no reason you can't sell your home if you
I
have
can
it.
tell you where they're hearing it, at the coffee shop or
There you
on
go.
online perhaps. Yes, there's a
Well, if
lot
it's
of
on the internet, it
misinformation
must
out
be
there.
true, right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah. But at any rate, so no, there's really no reason for concern at all. It doesn't impair the sale of your home. It not only doesn't it not prevent the sale of the home, it doesn't even make it more difficult. It's going to be the same process no matter what. You're going to sign your deed a little differently. You'll sign it as trustee of your trust rather than as an individual, but otherwise there's really no difference. Um, and then there's sort of a concomitant concern is that, well, okay, maybe I can still sell the home, but if it's in a trust, am I going to lose my star exemption? Am I going to lose my veterans exemption, my agricultural exemption, my senior exemption, whatever might be there? And once again, the answer is no. Um, you don't lose any of those exemptions. You don't gain any new ones either, but you don't lose the ones that you already have. The one issue potentially is that depending on the town you live in, the assessor might want to see certain pages from your trust just so that they see that yes, you have still have the ability to live in the home and occupy the home. But that's usually one or two pages out of the trust, and that cures anybody's concern. So, yeah, there's really no downside to having the home in the trust. And of course, there's a lot of upside, which has to do with probate avoidance and again, better tax treatment potentially for your heirs down the road. Protecting the home from nursing homes or other types of creditor problems that might arise. So, that doesn't mean, as I've said before, everybody needs to have a trust, but I don't want to see people dissuaded from using trusts in their planning because of bad information. So I did want to speak to that because, as I say, I get this question a lot this time of year.
Well, thank you. I'm sitting here typing. I didn't realize my mic was on. Sorry about that if you could hear it. Uh, but I was looking up your office there online because I know you have a lot of information there. And the things that you just said, I mean, I can't think, there's so many reasons that you should have a trust. I mean, you just named so many. I think people might want to go back and kind of review that. And I'm thinking you have that on your website. So that is, folks, the website is mrobinsonlaw.com. And you can talk to Mike through the website, or they can call you too, right? Is it 374-5210?
Correct. Yep. Feel
Yeah.
free to call with a question. And if someone isn't able to answer, because the phones do get busy at times, feel free to leave a message and somebody will get back to you.
Yeah. And it might even be Mike, right?
It very well could be.
Okay, good. Well, we always say it here, folks. If you don't call Mike, who's a terrific estate planning attorney, has been doing it for many years and protected families for a long time, then go to another good estate planning attorney. Playing around with your assets that you've worked hard for all your life is not a good idea.
No, no,
So,
this is not do it yourself material. And again, as we've said before on the show, we're really fortunate here in the Rochester area. There really are a lot of very good estate planning attorneys in town. So there's no reason someone can't find one that they're comfortable working with.
yeah, absolutely. And is there anything else? I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm looking over there at Johnny Gates, and he's the younger guy. Uh, Oftentimes people wait till they're way, way into their years like me. No, I'm not that. Nope, I'm not going to do it. It's ageist. I'm not
There
talking
you
like
go.
that.
That's
All right,
right.
stop it, Joanna. All right. Anyway, what I was going to say is, what do you think about when's a good time to start thinking about plans like a trust?
Well, anytime. I used to say, Joanna, when you start caring about what happens, but I think I've learned over the years it's really more about when you start caring about the people who are going to have to deal with things when something happens to you. Because,
Yes.
estate planning, I've said it before, it's an act of love. And yes, it benefits us personally during our lifetimes, but more so, it's something that benefits the people that we love and cherish the most in the world.
Absolutely. And I'm seeing that a lot more lately. So it's important. It takes a village. We're all working together. And if you folks need any guidance, you can go to our website too, seniorsrockradio.com. If you've forgotten Mike Robinson's name, you can go there. You can contact us. You can even, wish us happy anniversary if you like.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's in June, so we'll be coming up with something to do for that. And I was going to say, we're talking about sponsors and great people. We have Peter Gordon coming up next, and he's with Indoor Air Professionals. He knows his stuff. In fact, he's one of the founders of Indoor Air Professionals, and he's going to be with us to tell us about how you can get cleaner air for your home or business or anywhere you're hanging out. Okay, so keep listening to Seniors Rock Radio. We'll be right back.
And we're back with the Seniors Rock Show. And welcome now to Peter Gordon, founder and indoor air quality specialist with Indoor Air Professionals. Peter and his brother started Indoor Air Professionals in 1992 when the only form of duct cleaning was a giant suck truck that removed about 10% of the contamination inside ductwork. Indoor Air Pro's technology is the gold standard in the industry, specified by engineers for use in hospitals, and they're the largest supplier to the United States Navy. And we're fortunate that they have an office right here in our community and that Peter Gordon is joining us now to tell us how anyone can improve their indoor air quality, whether it's at home, at work, or any place that you might be hanging out. Welcome to the show, Peter.
Hey, thanks so much, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here as always.
Hey, it's great to see you again. And we have, of course, questions today, Peter, because you are the expert when it comes to indoor air. And I have benefited from getting the air ducts cleaned, and I tell the folks that every week, but I want to fill them in. I have my seasonal allergies have definitely been improving, since we had that. So I wonder if you could kind of recap the maybe other symptoms or illnesses that some of your clients and patients have before they use your services and products.
Sure. Yeah. And you bring up a good point because you said seasonal allergies, which people relate to pollens and stuff from the outside. So
Right.
people say, well, my allergies are outdoors, but we open our windows and doors in spring and fall without air conditioning or heat, and it brings in those pollens and dirts, which are sucked into your duct system. So that can be a factor. But here's how this goes. Category one, this is my own terminology, is the common sinus allergies or asthma. Okay, so those are the most frequent. Category two, COPD, bronchitis, emphysema, and then lastly, category three is a compromised immune system, which is usually a result of cancer and more so the treatments, the chemos, the radiation that just wipes out your immune system. So you're susceptible where you didn't have respiratory issues before, you might, once you do treatments for that, or the cancer itself can just wipe that out. So by improving the indoor air quality and the particulates in that through a thorough duct cleaning and other things, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is very strong stuff. I'm sitting here talking about seasonal allergies. I didn't even think about those horrible things that other people are dealing with. So thank you so much for bringing that up. And I also know what we got out of the ductwork here, and some of it was little pieces of wood that was from the original build, and that was over 30 years ago. I was flabbergasted. I could then see with my eyes there was inches of dirt and dust that came out of our system, and I thought, no wonder. I sneeze and cough in the morning. It's crazy. So anyway, if you could you just give a little visual of what people might find in their ductwork, and don't gross us out too much?
Okay. So it's a simple thing, analogy that I like to bring out. So, did you ever move your refrigerator?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And in what lurks behind there, you'd be shocked by the buildup of dust, hair, deteriorating food, and all kinds of gross stuff that's under there. Now, your air ducts are more susceptible than the last time you moved your refrigerator. And you brought out a good point. We do brand new builds every week because when 25 to 35 subcontractors have their way in building a house, there's no way to prevent all the drywall dust, carpet fibers, and all the building materials from getting in there. Not to mention food, scraps of sandwiches get
Oh,
swept
here
in
he
there.
goes.
I know. We
Don't go to
find
the animals. I do not want to hear about it.
I know. Well, we got mice out of your there's a dead mouse,
No, not
bird,
ours.
squirrel. Okay, but 1 in every 10 homes, we get a dead mouse,
Ew.
bird, or squirrel out. So
Yikes.
that's the thing. Move your refrigerator, and you might move it once a year for those diligent and cleaning. So imagine ductwork that's
Yeah.
gone,
Right.
5, 10, 15, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Peter,
Go
can I
ahead, Mike.
jump in here? Because
Yeah.
I've got a question just because of the time of year. Higher levels of humidity, mold growing in the home, especially in the basements with rain and humidity this summer. What can we do about that?
Okay, well, we've got a product called a high capacity dehumidifier. Now, most people run a dehumidifier. And by the way, so the product we have by April Air is 5 times more powerful than a standard dehumidifier. It uses a third less energy, and it's got a 5-year bumper to bumper warranty, and it has a 10 to 15-year lifespan. So it's a way different paradigm than your standard dehumidifier.
I'm
Sure.
going to jump in here because we don't have a lot of time left, Peter. And
Yep.
we have a hard break into the news, but I know that you know so much about these things. I want to make sure that people know they can call you today and
Yep.
talk to you directly about their own place, whether it's their home or their business, right? And that the big thing is you have a whopping offer today of 175 off if you're a first time customer. So I didn't want to run out of time. Tell them real
Yeah.
quick what else you're going to give them if they call, what's on the table, but also the knowledge you have, folks. If you just want to call, there's no obligation. Just give them a buzz and you could talk to him about these things. It's so interesting. Go ahead, Peter. Tell
Yep.
them.
Okay, so as you said, the 175 off the duct cleaning service for a first-time customer. If you happen to be a repeat, because we have done 70,000 customers in the past 31 years, you may get even more. Okay, the high capacity dehumidifier is $300 off. And then we didn't mention it much, but the medical grade air purifier that's 40 times more efficient than HEPA filters, $350 off for the portable that covers 1,200 square feet, and $500 off the whole house unit that that would hook up to your furnace.
That's fantastic. I'm telling you, folks, it's worth it. Just have a conversation with Peter. You can call him directly at 585-427-8020, extension 303, 585-427-8020, 303. Please check it out because clean air will make a difference in your life, no matter what challenges you have with breathing. And even if you don't have any, it's a lot healthier and you'll save money because, right, Peter? It's
Yes.
it actually helps your HVAC system to stay maintained properly,
E-
right?
Yeah, energy savings is a
Mhm.
is a s- is a smaller factor than the health, but
Yeah.
if you're concerned about your health, which most people are,
Yes.
this is something that's out of sight, out of mind. So take action and give me a call today. I appreciate your having me on.
I appreciate you being with us. We'll have you
Okay.
back soon. And Courtney Gill's coming up next with the Village at Unity Summer Concert Series lineup. So stay tuned. We're right here on Seniors Rock Radio, and we'll be right back. Hello there. This is Joanna, and you're listening to Seniors Rock Radio. And right now, we're going to introduce our next guest. Her name is Courtney GIEHL, and she's the sales manager at the Village at Unity. And she's been working there in senior living, or not there, but in senior living in general for almost 20 years. I'm going to take this opportunity to say when you're talking about senior living, please say community. Don't say facility. People don't want to put their parents in a facility, and community is what we try to strive for. Okay. Over Courtney's career, she's helped families find just the right fit in independent living, assisted living, memory care, and skilled nursing communities. The variety of each day is just one of the reasons working at the village excites her, she's told us, not to mention her wonderful residents, the families that join them, and her coworkers. And I'd like to welcome back Courtney right now. We can't wait to hear about what's happening with music and fun that's being planned for this summer because, hey, the sun's coming out. Thanks for joining us today, Courtney.
Thanks, Joanna. And hi, Joanna and Mike. Hope you guys are having a great day.
We are, and thanks again, Courtney, for being here. Hey, summer's almost here, and that means the start of the summer concert series at the Village at Unity, correct?
You are 100% correct. It's hot and humid today, and we're ready for summertime. We kick off our free concerts that are open to the public every other Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30 here at the Village at Unity with the Sky Coasters on June 11th. Can't come soon enough for us.
There you go. Yeah, and as you say, it's not a one-time event. Who else have you got lined up this summer?
Right. We have a great lineup this year. We start with the Sky Coasters. We move on over to the 52nd Street Experience, which is a Billy Joel cover band, the Bob Grieco Band, Tommy Burnett, and me and the boys. And then we end the season with Ruby Shoes, a town favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, my sister and her husband's favorite.
Wow.
Awesome. I
We're
hope
all
to see you there.
Yeah, Courtney, Johnny, Mike, and I know you can't see us right now, but we are all nodding our head and smiling because that is quite a lineup. I mean, I think we all knew every one of those bands, and I know I've experienced a couple of them last year and the year before. John and I have been out. What a wonderful, wonderful venue. They have the food trucks and they have beverages and ice cream and a stage and a dance area on the grass. It's a blast. Everybody's dancing, and having you guys invite the neighbors in and anyone who wants to come is terrific. Tell us if there's anything different this year because I sure did enjoy it last year.
Yeah, well, the Village at Unity always likes to take things up a notch and make it even more fun than the previous year. And this year we're going to be showing our appreciation for those who make a difference in our community at each one of our concerts this year. So we'll be celebrating healthcare workers, educators, first responders, military, and volunteers. So we're very excited to be able to honor those who serve our community.
That is awesome. And how can people find out, like for each concert, what you're doing it for, and do they need to get tickets? Tell us more about that and how they can learn more.
Sure. Well, no tickets are needed, so just come on and have a great time. But you can give us a ring here at the community at 723-7442, and we can let you know about the whole series, mail you out a schedule, or you can visit our Facebook page, which is the Village at Unity and the Hamlet, and we'll have all of those dates and details listed as well on there.
Terrific. And if you didn't know, folks, if you just tuned in, we're talking to Courtney GIEHL. She's the one of the managers over at the Village at Unity in the Hamlet, and that is a leisure care community, and they are award-winning folks. In fact, I think there's a huge award you just won, and I'm going to ask you to tell us what that was. But I want to mention that in your community, you have independent living, assisted living, and memory care. So it's what we call a continuum of care, and you can stay on the campus and know the people you're there with, and it's beautiful. It has a pond. But Courtney, tell us a little bit about the award you guys just got.
Yes, we're very excited. We were voted a U.S. News and World Report Best Independent Living and Assisted Living for 2023. Those awards just came out. Now it's 2024. So we are super excited. We know we're great. Our residents know we're great here. We strive to be the best possible. And this is just another award that we get to hang on the wall and pat ourselves on the back. So we're super excited about that. And we also have been voted Rochester's Choice 4 years in a row as well. So we like those awards. We're a little
Wow, a
competitive.
lot to celebrate.
Very much
Hmm.
so.
Hmm.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And is there a particular band that you like the best?
I
Oh,
am
I'm putting you on the spot.
yeah, well, I am super excited to have the Billy Joel tribute band. I am a big fan of Billy Joel, and this is something
Same.
different, but you never can go wrong with any of these bands. You know, they all get you up and dance and move around, and I'm not the best dancer, but I'm always willing to embarrass myself for a good time.
I love that. I love that. I saw Billy Joel and Elton John together for the piano tour back in a few years back in Syracuse, and it was amazing. So I am definitely going to be there for that one. And I'm going to try to
Super.
make them all because it really does make the summer fun. You could sit outside, and enjoy. Even one time we went and it was raining a little bit, just a little bit. We had our umbrellas and the band played. It was still terrific. So thank you, Courtney, for
Mhm.
you and your whole team over there. Mike Mateo, he's a blast. He's on all the time too. And we do appreciate what you do there. Okay. And I hope you have a great weekend. You got anything big planned?
Thanks, you too. Oh, lots of running the kids around as usual, but that's the fun part of life.
Yeah, we have lots to do. We're going to talk about that too after the break. We're going to tell you more about it. But again, if you want information about the Village at Unity, you can go to thevillageatunity.com and you can ask for Courtney or anyone will help you there. They're a terrific staff and they love what they're doing. Courtney, thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Courtney.
And Mike, I'm going to get you out to one of these concerts this year. I know you're over on the east side, but it's what do they say? Well, the west side is the best side.
Ah,
I have to say that because everybody gives the little digs about the west side, and I'm a transplant, so I'm very very defensive about it because I
there you
love it over
go.
here. Johnny, what
Yeah.
side are you on?
I grew up in like East Rochester, so I've been on the east side my whole life.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can come over here for these concerts. It's fabulous. I'm not kidding. There's all ages and everybody's having fun. And you bring your lawn chair. You don't even need to bring food or anything like that because they have it there. And enjoy yourself. You know, why don't you bring, you could bring your mom, your grandma. Uh-oh, ageism again.
Now anybody can benefit, and it's just it's free, and they do have quality acts, and it's
Yeah.
it's always good to get out and support local music anyway.
Absolutely. I love that. And speaking of, I heard Tegan's going to be down at the pier on Tuesdays from 6 to 8. And if you haven't heard Tegan and the Tweeds, that's a good one to listen to, too. She's great
Indeed,
and
indeed.
local. And hey, we're not done yet, so don't go away. Mike and I will be right back after the break with Johnny on the Seniors Rock Radio Show, News Radio, Wham 1180.
All right, and we are back with the Seniors Rock Show, and I want to give a shout out and a thank you to the listener Joanna who called in to tell us that the 4th anniversary gift is a ruby.
Nice. I love that color. And I do love the gem as well. So feel free if you want to get me anything.
There you go. Now I know when I go down to the jewelry store, I know what to get.
Or maybe I'll just get a shirt, that color. That would be good. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to celebrate though. We will. We could just have a fun drink that it is ruby colored, right?
Ah,
And
that'll
toast.
work.
That would be
That'll
fun.
work.
All right. All right. We'll get
Good
everybody
stuff.
involved. Cool.
Yeah, but busy weekend. I think it's supposed to be relatively dry the rest of the way through, so that's good because I know there is a lot going on. Something I know you and I like, but we probably won't be able to get there, is the Finger Lakes Celtic Games and Festival is today at Lincoln Hill Farms in Canandaigua.
Yep. And there's a lot going on, as you said, and unfortunately, I won't get there. It seems like every year I have some conflict, but it's okay. I'll try to get there next year. And thank you for bringing that up for those that would like to celebrate the Celtic heritage or not, or just go and have some fun. And let's see, I was going to say next week, talking about doing things, we've got AAA's Melissa Peterson with us, and she's going to give us an overview of some of the outstanding services and tours that are available through AAA. I don't know if people think about them when they're thinking about making a trip, but I am here to tell you that it's fantastic. They help you from like soup to nuts. They plan everything, and you can just go and enjoy yourself. And she's going to be here to tell you how they do that. So dust off your suitcase, and she's going to get you all inspired to have a trip because that's what I felt after we spoke with her. And that's next Saturday, which is Memorial Day weekend. Um, and people are like, oh, well, I might be going out, so I won't hear your show. I'm at a picnic. It's okay. You can bring us with you. You can just download the free iHeartRadio app, or is it media app, I think. Either one, it's the iHeart Rap app. No, I can't talk. But you can add Wham as your favorite radio station, and you can also create a song list of your own. So if you're walking or listening, doing the dishes, you can listen to your song list, and you can also listen to podcasts, and we have those on there for past shows as well. It's easy and it's free, so do that. Free iHeartMedia app. And I wanted to do a quick shout out, Mike. We talk about all these things to do. We try to give listeners a little bit of an idea or a couple of options, but I wanted to do a shout out to Terry Granger today in her Remax Plus office for a postcard I got. It's called Here Comes the Sun, and it's got all the events over the summer months. And there are so many. And in May, it mentions Rochester's historic public market with their Flower City Days and a food truck rodeo, and then the Lilac Festival. And cool, Letchworth has a red, white, and blue balloon festival, and that's at Letchworth State Park, a beautiful place, on May 24th through the 26th. And of course, there is the Memorial Day Parade, and I hope people will go out and support that. Mike?
Indeed, yes, yeah, and I wanted to throw in at the public market the Band on the Bricks series that they do every summer. That's getting started again. So yeah, there's just so much. We talk about it. There's so much going on in the area all year long, but it does seem like summertime in particular. In fact, have you heard? I think I remember reading somewhere Rochester being dubbed as Festival City or something along those lines. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cornhill coming up and, just all around the area, the Apple
Mhm.
Festival, and I think that's in Mumford, the Grape Festival, of course, every year down in Naples, all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, and the farmers markets will start in June, and that was on the card that I got, the Here Comes the Sun postcard. And so we will tell you where they are starting in June. And I wanted to mention too, we got something else special coming up in June. Maybe that's where we celebrate our anniversary on 6/1. We're going to be out at Sarah's Garden Center out in Brockport.
Oh, that's
And
right.
yeah, we're going to do a remote. So if you're looking for flowers on 6/1 or you want to just come by and say hello to us, please do that. We'll be there at Sarah's in Brockport. And what else is going on, Mike?
No, I want to take advantage of the lack of rain a little bit. Haven't been able to get out and do a whole lot, so.
Yeah. Well, this is the time of year to enjoy it. And Johnny, you've been great today. It was great to have you on board with us while Pam's away. And I hope you come back again sometime. I hope you enjoyed the show yourself.
It's been a
Oh,
blast. Thank you
there's
for
that.
having me.
There's that music. Did you say your thing, Mike?
I did not. So again, everybody, thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Be well and be kind.
To have everyone with me today to celebrate aging and every day that we can be healthy. I'm feeling lucky today. And you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to bet on the Preakness. So have some fun. Get out there. Life is good. Some days are challenging. But all in all, I think seniors rock.